a peaceful weekend getaway that turns into a nightmare as they become the prey of masked psychopaths deep in the forest. The film begins by showing three people spending their weekend vacation hunting in the forest. Mike, his wife Whit, Mike's brother Sean, and Sean's pet dog who also comes along. Besides the hunting trip, Whit wants to fix her relationship with Mike, which has grown distant because he is always busy with work.
The bear went over the mountain, the bear went...
This is the video of that cat getting flushed down the toilet. What if somebody needs to get in touch?
They eventually arrive at the hunting location, and Mike immediately attaches a tracking device to the dog so he can see where it goes. After preparing everything, they start exploring the forest to find the best hunting spot.
Hunter is already there.
To avoid getting lost, they use a GPS and bring their phones in case they need help if something bad happens. Sean also marks one of the trees with spray paint to make it easier for them to return later. After walking quite far, they finally find a suitable spot to hunt. Before hunting, they decide to set up a tent since they will be staying overnight. Once done, the three of them go hunting. Sean feels very excited because after only a few minutes of waiting, he manages to catch a deer. Without wasting time, he cuts it up and prepares it to be cooked for their dinner.
Arachnoid hemorrhaging.
No peeking, pervert.
Scout's honor.
Night falls, and they begin eating together from the hunt while drinking alcohol. Before that, Mike gives Whit the same tracking device that the dog has. While they are talking, Mike suddenly receives a call from work and reluctantly answers it. While Mike is on the phone, Whit starts talking about how their marriage is getting worse each day because Mike is always busy with work. Sean gently strokes Whit's cheek, seeing how sad she looks. Moments later, Mike returns and sees Sean touching Whit's face. Feeling jealous, Mike chooses to go to sleep, and Whit follows him. Sean stays outside to keep watch in case something suspicious happens. Morning comes, and the faces of Mike, Whit, and Sean are marked with an X. Not only that, Sean's dog, the tent, and all their belongings, including their phones, have mysteriously disappeared. At first, Mike accuses Sean of hiding their things. He calls Sean several times, but Sean doesn't appear. After a long wait, Sean finally shows up, and Mike is furious with him, but Sean insists he didn't take anything. Sean then urges Mike and Whit to leave the place and head toward the car because he knows something is wrong here. After walking for some time, Sean tells Mike and Whit to keep walking straight and that they will eventually see a smile mark on the tree they had previously marked. Meanwhile, Sean decides to go back and look for his missing dog. Mike initially doesn't believe what Sean says and tells him, which leads to an argument between the two of them.
Well, I don't believe you. Come on, Whit, let's go. I saw my brother touching your face. What is happening?
I'm gonna go find my...
I'm pregnant.
During the argument, Whit tells Mike that she is pregnant with his child. She explains that she has never found the right time to tell him because he is always busy with work. Hearing this, Mike apologizes to Whit for constantly prioritizing his job. Eventually, Mike and Whit follow Sean's instructions to keep walking, while Sean returns to search for his missing dog. As Mike and Whit walk, they feel relieved when they finally see the smile mark they had made earlier. But when they turn around, they realize there are many similar smile marks on different trees, leaving them confused about which one is the real one.
That's it. Ease.
Fuck!
Meanwhile, Sean finally finds his pet, dead and hanging. At the same moment, someone shoots Sean from a distance. Slowly, Sean sneaks toward the location of the shooter. When he gets there, he stabs the masked person's leg and tries to overpower him. After the masked figure collapses, Sean takes the weapon. But when Sean lets his guard down, the masked person kills him from behind by stabbing him with a knife. In his final moments, the masked figure records Sean's death and takes his necklace. Back to Whit and Mike, they decide to continue their journey instead of staying still. On their way, they see a bottle of water hanging. Feeling extremely thirsty, Mike grabs one, not realizing there is a trap nearby. His leg gets badly injured by the trap. They keep walking until they find a small cabin that appears empty. They quickly enter, and Whit searches for a first aid kit. Inside, they find two walkie-talkies they can use to communicate. After Whit treats Mike's wound, someone suddenly walks past the cabin. Realizing another person is out there, Mike tells Whit to run into the forest while he distracts the stranger so they won't chase her. But when Mike steps outside, he sees Sean's necklace covered in blood. From a distance, someone shoots at Mike, forcing him to run away. After going far enough, Mike hides in a small bathroom, but the masked figure discovers him and starts stabbing through the bathroom wall. Feeling threatened, Mike escapes through the roof and fights back. He manages to knock the attacker unconscious. Just as Mike tries to leave with the weapon, he gets shot from behind, revealing that there is more than one masked psychopath. Mike then tells Whit through the walkie-talkie that he has been shot and will die soon.
They're gonna find you and they're gonna kill you. Fine, I just need to take a little nap.
Please tell me where you are.
It turns out there are 3 masked psychopaths now hunting Whit. Using Mike's phone, they track her location because the tracking device Mike gave her earlier is connected to his phone. Whit quickly removes the tracker from her neck and runs away. Unfortunately, she trips and injures her head, causing it to bleed. Not wanting to get caught, she hides inside a drainage tunnel. When it is finally safe, she slowly crawls through the tunnel and ends up near Mike's car. She tries to start the car by hot-wiring it, but strangely, it won't start. After checking the engine, she discovers that several parts have been removed by the 3 psychopaths. Realizing she has nowhere else to go, she decides to take revenge for Mike and Sean's deaths. She gathers everything she can from the car to prepare herself for payback. Meanwhile, the 3 masked psychopaths, who appear to be teenagers, are shown relaxing by the edge of a swamp. When they turn around, they see several flares burning brightly. The smoke from the flares forces them to split up. When one of them lets his guard down, Whit uses the opportunity to kill him. One psychopath is down, leaving only 2 more for her to take out. Whit then heads to the psychopath's hideout, a cabin in the middle of the forest. Before long, another psychopath arrives at the cabin, and without hesitation, Whit kills him by shooting him in the head.
Out there in the wild, it's survival.
Now only one psychopath remains, and Whit quickly goes to seek him out. Before that, she takes one of the phones from the psychopath she killed and sends a message to the remaining one, telling him to wait by the tree covered in smiley markings. When the psychopath arrives at the spot, he cannot find his partners anywhere. Suddenly, from above the tree, Whit jumps down and starts choking him until he nearly loses consciousness. However, during the fight, Whit is overpowered and tied up by the psychopath. At first, he is furious that she dared to kill his 2 partners. He slowly pulls out a knife, but just then, he receives a phone call from his mother.
Hi, Mom. Yeah.
Whit takes advantage of the distraction to free her hands.
Yeah. I was just about to call you. I know.
The psychopath becomes confused, unable to locate her. Eventually, a fight breaks out between Whit and the psychopath. Fortunately, Whit manages to defeat him. In the final scene, Whit watches the recorded footage of Mike and Sean's last moments, and so the story ends.